13 North is a project that Emily and I dreamt up during lockdown. So it's extremely exciting to finally get this amazing group of string players together. 13 North is a group of 13 of Scotland's top string players.
The whole purpose of what we want to do as a group is to make classical music accessible and to make it inviting for more people. So we thought this was just a great setting to make things feel more relaxed and more exciting.
Yesterday we had a day of rehearsals and today we're recording, so this is the first kind of time 13 North has ever played together.
Every single group has a different atmosphere, and what we found with this group was such a willingness to collaborate, come together. Everyone is offering something different. There's something really special about the sound and the sound world and the colours you can get when you have 13 players all in the same room, and especially with the players that we have. A string quartet can do something magical, an orchestra can do something magical, but in between, when we have these 13 brilliant players, there's a lightness but also a depth, and you can create a massive amount of sound, but you can also do things really delicately.
So today we wanted to record 2 videos which really encompass the ethos of what 13 North is and what we're trying to do. So we've chosen 2 pieces. One is the first movement of Bartók's incredible Divertimento for strings.
So that it has direction. It's always got that kind of smaller, bit more.
Bartók was Hungarian and he was very influenced by the folk music around him, which is something that we really want to do as well as 13 North with Scottish music. A lot of the players in the group have an influence or a background of Scottish folk music, including myself. I come from the Orkney Islands, right in the north of Scotland, and of course there's a huge fiddle music tradition up there, so I was lucky to grow up immersed in that and playing Orkney music from when I was really little. At the same time as learning classical music. So now in my career I do sort of half and half. I do folk music, I do classical music, and I write my own music, which sort of has influences from both of those and lots of other music as well.
I've had a predominantly classical upbringing in my musical background, and I've been so lucky to have so many opportunities to do amazing things with the violin, travelling the world. And something I've noticed is a lack of connect between many audiences in the classical world and what I'm doing and what I think they could actually get from the music we play. There's a barrier that we are really determined to bring down, and the reason we came together was a shared passion to get classical music out there, and the fact that I'm really inspired by folk music and how folk is so much more accessible to many more people.
I've written a piece called Saint Sophia, which is kind of a musical message of solidarity from Scotland to Ukraine. I was inspired when I read at the beginning of the war, I read an article which was talking about how Ukrainian culture was being targeted. I started thinking about the fragility of culture and the political implications of sharing culture and music. So I was listening to a folk band over in Ukraine called Daka Braka, and I was thinking about how every gig that they're now doing is inherently political, and how we are so privileged to be able to go around and share our folk music. There's obviously loads of different ways we could do it. A way that I did it recently in another piece was actually bowing on the wood. It's just quite nice. Just dampen the string and do that, or we could do this. Basically experiment with it. When I write music, the folk music from where I grew up just naturally seeps into everything. It's not really something that I think about, it just sort of is there. Saint Sophia, I think, will have that sound world in it as well. We're hoping that to commission a lot more new music, work with composers in Scotland, and also we want to explore cross-art form collaboration. Obviously we're collaborating with people here today, with making the videos and making the recordings.
This whole project, these 2 days, were the chance for the group to come together and create our first bond as a group, to create a platform for us online and to be able to put it out there to people and say, this is who we are and this is what we want to do. What we see going forwards is more experimenting with classical music and folk music coming together. We want to do live projects, and this is really the precursor to that. We did a Kickstarter campaign, which is the whole reason that we're here today and the whole reason we've been able to make these 2 days happen. We had such warmth and positivity coming back to us, and almost it feels like we created a community by asking people to support this initial project, and we just want to say thank you so much to those people who have made this possible.
So we really have a lot of plans and a lot of ambitions, and I think the main thing is that we want to draw in a crowd who maybe wouldn't feel too comfortable coming to a sort of traditional classical music concert in a concert hall. We want to open the doors wide and invite you all in to come and have a good time with us and enjoy this incredible music.